I've chosen this particular photo because it's a good place for us to discuss what Germans knew and what they didn't know about the Holocaust. The photograph that we're seeing is a photograph of the local German population being shown the bodies of Soviet foreign forced laborers who worked in Germany, and in many cases, these individuals are murdered in the last days of the war. And we're looking at a photograph of a mother with her young child, and she's shielding the child from the view of these dead foreign forced laborers. They've been exhumed from a mass grave, about 57 of them. And they're being escorted by units of the American Army. The US Army, once they liberate some of the concentration camps in Germany, develop a policy to make the local populations tour these liberated concentration camps and killing sites so that they'll see what kind of atrocities have been carried out in their local area. Sometimes the men are even forced to bury the bodies. And in this particular case, these individuals, about 57 Soviet foreign forced laborers, are murdered by the SS. They've been forced to dig their graves before being shot. And this is really a good place for us, kind of as the mother shields the eye of the young boy, to talk about what Germans knew and what they didn't know about the Holocaust. These concentration camps on German soil, like Buchenwald or Dachau or Mauthausen, were known by the German population. And they were supposed to be known by the German population because they were there as deterrents. Individuals could be sent to these concentration camps if they defied the Nazis, if they tried to resist. And so concentration camps like Dachau were known to the population and a deterrent, an insurance that the population would walk the straight and narrow with regard to the Nazis. People who resisted or defied the Nazis could be sent even for a short time to a concentration camp and then released so that they could tell their friends and relatives what they'd seen behind those walls. Most Germans weren't allowed within the perimeter of the concentration camp themselves, but they heard rumors of what went on inside, and it helped to deter the population from resisting and defying the Nazis. What they don't know so much is what happens in places like Auschwitz. Most concentration camps are on German soil, but most of those killing centers are off German soil. That's so that the German population won't know what's going on, so that they don't figure out that the Jews of Europe are being murdered by the Nazis in vast numbers. So there are rumors of a place called Auschwitz and what goes on inside, but they don't understand clearly that their mass murder by gassing is taking place in these killing centers. That's important to know. But we do know that a lot of Germans figured out that when they saw Jews being deported from Germany, they understood that they weren't going to a very good place. And this is because German military men on the front had seen the mass shootings of Jews in Soviet territory and probably came home and told their loved ones. Incidentally, a relative of mine saw a mass shooting and came home and told my aunt that he had seen this. So there are rumors of what's going on in the East, that Germans are shooting Jews in large numbers in occupied Soviet territory. So when Germans see Jews deported from Germany in October of 1941, they must know they're not going to a very good place.